Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
The next question we have is, what is this ba connected to? Because all I am saying is, with the name of Allah, the merciful, the merciful. But what with the name of Allah? I haven't actually mentioned anything about what is with the name of Allah. You see, that's omitted. Now, when we normally translate it, we say, I begin with the name of Allah. If we look at some of the other verses in the Quran, for example, in our salah, we say, بِحَوْلِ wa quwwatihi. But it doesn't just stop there. With the power of Allah, what? I say, أَقُومُ وَأَقُدْ. I bring the verb in, that I stand and I sit. For example, we have اقرأ بِسْمِ رَبِّكَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ. We don't just say in this surah, بِسْمِ رَبِّكَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ, like we do in Bismillah. We say اقرأ, read. So the verb is brought in there. So what is the actual linking word? What is the thing that we are connecting it to? What Ayatollah Jawadi explains here is that this linking word could be very specific to the action that I am about to perform. It could be very dependent on what it is that I'm going to do. So for example, we know that when we want to slaughter an animal, it's only going to become halal for me if I slaughter it according to the Sharia, and I have to recite Bismillah there. So when I'm reciting Bismillah when slaughtering that animal, that B is linked to the act of slaughtering. So I'm saying, I am slaughtering this animal with the name of Allah. So you see that each Bismillah would be linked very specifically to every action. I am reading Quran with the name of Allah. I am praying Salah with the name of Allah. And so Bismillah omits that because it's completely dependent on what the act is, and the important point is that we're linking it to Allah. However, we can bring a more general meaning which covers all of these tasks. And this is the one that we see in our translations. The two that are suggested commonly are asta'inu or abtadi'u. Asta'inu meaning I seek help. So when I'm performing this action, I seek help with the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Or abtadi'u meaning I begin. And you can see whatever the action is, whether it's slaughtering, whether it's praying, whether it's reciting, all of them can be used by these two. You can say, I am beginning with the name of Allah. So when I'm reciting a surah, I am seeking help from the name of Allah, or I am beginning the surah with this name of Allah in order to achieve its purpose. This leads us to our next question, that why is it that the link word is not recited? So if we have this theory that it can be abtadi'u, I begin, how come Allah didn't put the word abtadi'u in there? I could have had it there. I begin Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, but it's not there. So one of the reasons we said was because it's very specifically linked, and it would be, and we would have to bring all the different applications of this in order to be comprehensive. But we can't do that for every single action. Another way of looking at it is to see it from the point of view of the balagha. When we look at the Arabic language, the eloquence of the Arabic language has certain rules associated with it. And one of those rules is that when I mention something, I am focusing on it. When I'm not mentioning it, the focus is not on that thing. Unfortunately, what we see is in the Quran, when we see that words have been omitted in terms of the sentence doesn't seem complete. It's like there's something that is assumed in this sentence. There's all these theories as to what it could be, which are in their own place. But one of the main things to focus on is to say that, look, the reason for it to have been omitted is because it's not so important. Allah wants us to focus on the things that are there, not on the things that are not there. So by omitting the linked word, I am removing this I begin. And all I'm saying is, with the name of Allah. And this is telling us that what is important is that the action is performed with the name of Allah. It is not important that I begin or I start. It's also not important that I begin. You see, this idea of me being there and the focus being on me when I'm starting something is automatically removed with Bismillah because I'm not bringing in that verb. That I-ness isn't even brought in the Bismillah. So what's important is that it's being done for the sake of Allah, And that's what we need to focus on, not on the fact that it is me or what exactly it is that I am doing.